This is the Brian Noe Show.
Oh, you know what, babe? When football calls, I got to answer.
On NBC Sports Northwest, 620 Rip City Radio.
All right, very pleased to welcome in David Shaw, Stanford head coach, joining us here on the Brian Noe Show. Now, before we get to Stanford and all those goodies against Oregon State this weekend, Coach, you notice the Dolphins helmet I have behind me. And you told me you have some love for the Fins. At least you did.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have respect for the one franchise that's been able to go undefeated for an entire season, including the Super Bowl. Don Shula was an idol of mine. Not just how great of a coach he was, but how calm and under control he was and how much his players loved playing for him. Not to mention, Dan Marino and the show that he used to put on every Sunday was something great to watch.
Yeah, it's awesome, Coach. How much NFL do you get to watch now that you're a head coach?
Usually a fair amount.
Yeah.
I'll have a game on Sunday as I'm doing both watching the game from last night and then, preparing for the next game. I usually have something on. I like to keep track of our guys in the NFL guys in the NFL, the McCaffreys and Zach Ertz's and Blake Martinez. These guys are playing great football. Austin Hooper's had a great career. So I like to touch base with those guys. I like to send them notes sometimes, let them know that I'm watching. Dalton Schultz is doing a great job with the Dallas Cowboys. So I like to shoot these guys notes, let them know that I'm watching and that I'm proud of them. So I watch a fair amount. I don't get to watch like a full game ever. But I watch snippets of games.
What's that feeling like for you when you might flash back to recruiting some of those guys and to see them excel in the NFL? What does that feel like for you?
It's not quite like a parental pride, but it's very similar. And I look at my role like a lot of guys do, but I'm very outward with it. Like, I like the fact that I play a very important role in a young person's life. And to say that I played some role in their maturation process, their growth as an athlete, their growth as a person, growth as a student while they were at Stanford. And if they're talented enough they'll make it. But the fact that we gave them that platform to help them get there, I take a lot of pride in that.
Sure. He's David Shaw, Stanford head coach here on the Brian Noe Show. What's the one word you would describe, you would use to describe playing this season in a pandemic?
One word is tough. There are some words that we probably shouldn't say over radio that would be fitting. But what it inspires, honestly, is resilience. Because it's not like, hey, something happens, we have to change. Is that something is going to happen, and then something else is going to happen, and then something else is going to happen. So if you are resilient and just say, hey, you know what, we're going to work really, really hard on making plans, and then we're going to have to scrap those plans. Like, that's happened so much since March that you have to be able to say, okay, we can't get down, we can't get upset, we can't bother, worry about being inconvenienced. Our whole lives are inconvenienced. It's what is there before us right now that we can do, and let's pour ourselves into it. So the fact that we have to be resilient, that we have to adjust repeatedly, is just what I'm actually happy about. Is we're training our guys right now with some skills that they're going to need the rest of their lives.
I think back to J.J. Watt playing against the Steelers earlier this year, and he was mic'd up, and he was like, "This is weird. There's just no one in the stands." And that's an obvious one. Is there anything else that you've just sat there and been like, this is weird right now?
I love the fact you brought up J.J. Watt, because he has one of my other favorite quotes that happened earlier this year also, is nobody cares. Right?
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares, right? How hard it is, how difficult it is. Did you show up on game day or play or not? Like, nobody cares about all the other stuff. But yeah, the first game of the year, walking into Austin Stadium and being able to hear a conversation was weird. Now, combine that with the fact that our quarterback got a false positive test and couldn't play in the game. Found that out 2 hours before the game. That was funky. But like, that whole experience, that first game was a strange one.
You have Oregon State up next. What do you see from the Beavs heading into that game?
Jamar Jefferson. Just dynamic, explosive, powerful, really quick and decisive as a runner. And then combine that with a mobile quarterback who's athletic and can hurt you with his legs and scramble for first downs. That 1-2 punch is really tough to deal with, combined with the different things they do schematically. They got some great play action pass combinations, and then defensively, very, very active, very, very multiple. You have to account for corner blitzes. You have to account for safety blitzes. You have to account for internal pressures. You have to account for him dropping everybody out. You have to account for coverage zero as you get down close to the red zone. So they make you account for a lot of different things. So you're never completely comfortable the entire game.
What do you think about the job that Jonathan Smith is doing there?
I'm a Jonathan Smith fan. I have been since day one. I, of course, remember him as a player at Oregon State, but even more so, I'd heard about him from different people. And he's got a great mind for the game. He's really good with communicating with his players. They respect him a lot. They respond to him. And what he's instilled confidence. There are a lot of coaches that can come in and rah-rah and get you kind of emotional, but that emotion doesn't last. And they're the guys that can come in and steady the ship a little bit. And that's exactly what he's done since day one. He steadied the ship. He's been smart. They've made good decisions. And he and I talked, over a year ago now about building the program. And he's done it the right way. You find high character kids that give great effort, and you always have a chance.
I remember when I was a kid, Stanford had some lean years, and that program's been good for a while now. Do you see any similarities with Oregon State having some lean years in recent memory, but Jonathan Smith building that program up?
There's no question about it. Jim Harbaugh and I are very different people. But one of the things that Jim said that I agree with 100%, and the one thing that you never ever waver on is toughness. Everybody you bring in your program, your quarterbacks and your corners, everybody has to be tough. They got to be tough. And for me, there's no difference between tough physically and tough mentally. It's all the same thing. You want to bring in tough guys that can handle difficult situations and push themselves to be as good as they can be.
Is it tougher to find out if someone's physically or mentally tough?
There's so much crossover. It's really hard. And so one of the things that we do in recruiting is I like to see, okay, let's find a tough game. Let's find a game that maybe they weren't at their best. We still get so used to watching their highlights and all their great things that they do. Watch them play this rivalry game that they lost. How was their body language? It's also one of the favorite questions to ask coaches. Hey, tell me about the tough situations that he's been through. How did he handle that loss? Did he show leadership? Did you have to get him going, or did he get everybody else going? Those are things that you want to hear anecdotally from high school coaches. And a lot of high school coaches they're trying to sell their guys to a certain degree. But I think the more you ask those questions, and if you're really looking for it, a lot of times you can find that.
That's interesting. He's David Shaw, Stanford head coach here on the Brian Noe Show. So Oregon is supposed to play Washington for the Pac-12 North, and the winner would go to the title game. We don't know if that game's going to happen because Washington's dealing with COVID. If that game gets canceled, do you have an opinion as to who should represent the North?
Well, I think that has already been determined by all of our meetings that we had all summer and going into the fall, that the team with the tiebreakers automatically wins, and that would be Washington. I think we're all hopeful that game happens. I think we're all uneasy about just nominating a winner without a game. These games should be handled on the field. So hopefully Washington get through it. Hopefully they can have the required number and actually be ready to go out there and compete too. They're a talented team. Even if they're not at full strength, hopefully they can go out there and still be able to compete. Because just as a football fan, I'd love to see this matchup. I've watched both teams. We played against both teams. I think it could be a heck of a game.
Sticking with the football fan type vibe, what do you think about Ohio State, where the rule was relaxed? The rule was you got to play 6 games to be in the Big Ten championship game. And the suits said, yeah, we're going to relax that. 5-0 sounds good enough. You can play Northwestern. What's your reaction to that?
I think it's the right thing to do, in that, first and foremost, everybody knows Ohio State's one of the top teams in America, and to keep them out of their Pac-12 championship or their Big Ten championship game because of one game didn't seem right. I think if they only played 3 or 4 games, I think that would be one thing. But to be 1 game short, I think that was just a quick conversation amongst everybody there, just to say this is the right thing for college football. But also, we all made these rules kind of talking to each other too. Like all the conferences had some combination or some conversations about how we were going to do all of these things, but we all did them in a vacuum. And now that we've lived in this COVID season, a lot of the things now that we decided to do early on maybe didn't fit. So this is one of those easy ones that was easy to adjust.
You know, it's funny, Coach. I'm just thinking right now that you hear so much about COVID and the challenges and the hurdles and all of that stuff, but what have been the enjoyable aspects of this season, even though it's been challenging?
Well, I mean, you're asking the right head coach about that. I mean, we're going on week 2 of being away from home, almost kind of like a traveling circus or a traveling rock band, as I like to say. You get a chance to talk to your guys more, right? I mean, there's nobody else on campus, even when you're home. And now that we're on the road, I mean, it's just us. So, we're all moving around doing so many different things when things are normal. And now, like where we are right now, we're walking to and from practice. So periodically I'm walking to and from practice with different players every day, talking about different things, talking about family life back home, ask them how things are going for them here. Is there anything that we can do better? So I think it's made us more comfortable in having these conversations because we're around each other more. So it's different existing in this world. And I think it's really challenging all of us to not just survive. I've never been a fan of just surviving. Like how do we use all the things around us to get better? So hopefully we'll continue on that process.
That's awesome, Coach. Well, you're the guy for the job, leading the charge. You got to set the example, and you do. You set a great example. So appreciate your time. And you're a Dolphins guy. How could I not love you, David Shaw, for loving the Dolphins back in the day? Are you kidding me? That was a great surprise.
Hey, I was a receiver, man. The Marx Brothers would just tear people apart.
Right.
Duper and Clayton.
Underrated, right? Marino's great. It's all about, but come on, Duper and Clayton. Duper with the little face mask. How could you not love the guy?
That's right.
You look like a kicker out there with that face mask. But, hey, man, thanks for the time, and best of luck throughout the rest of the season, David Shaw. Good stuff, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, man. We'll catch you later.
Thank you.
There he is, David Shaw, Stanford head coach. Fun stuff, man.